The best show for Chicago sports. Oh my God!
Yeah. Yeah. We're back at it again, y'all. We're back at it again, y'all. Bulls taking L when we're back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. It's the only channel. It's Talk Chicago Sports, how Chicago talks. So make sure that you get in tune with us, man. The Bulls continue to fall. Will it ever stop? That's the question on the docket today, man. Going to be breaking down some different issues that we're seeing with this team right now and asking, can we figure this thing out? Talking about, could the Bulls slip into a play-in spot at this point? How does DeMar DeRozan play into all of this? What happened to Kobe White? And can we find a way to get a dub moving forward? Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as always, man. It's your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. Let's get this mug cracking. Good grief. Good grief. Dog, I'm going to tell y'all right now. I love this team. I love this Bulls team. I love what this team has the capability to do. I love how this team is in a better position. But my God, do they stress me out every single day. My God, do they stress me out every single day. Because there seems to be no answer, right? There seems like there's no answer. Remember the answer was Caruso? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? The answer was Caruso. What's going on with that? What happened with that? Y'all remember when the answer was just getting healthy, just getting guys back, because then they'll start playing better? What happened to that? Y'all remember when the answer was just wait and see, they'll adjust? What happened to that? Because nobody on this team seems to be able to figure out how they are falling like this. Nobody on this team seems to be able to figure out what they have to do to stop this skid. What's it going to take to put them in a position to be continually successful? And they're running out of time. We're getting to the point now where we have to look at this team possibly being a play-in team. And I never thought I was going to say that. I never thought I was going to be having that conversation here. I never thought this team would fall this far. And they seem to have no answers to what's going to get them back in playoff contention or what's going to get them back moving further, right? And it's weird because you're getting beat on the things that you did so well at the beginning of the season, in the middle of the season, even when guys were still out. Could we honestly be in a situation here where the Chicago Bulls aren't even going to make a series, aren't even going to make a playoff series? Because I'm not going to lie to you. If you get to the point where you're in the play-in game, like, we're guaranteed to play more than 82. We're not guaranteed to not fall down to the 9th spot. And the games that we thought you would get that were going to keep you from getting into that spot, guess what? You're losing those. So how does it stop? I have a tough time picking the Bulls to win against the Washington Wizards. You know why? Because I had just saw them not be able to beat the New York Knicks. So where does it stop? Where does the issue stop? How do they figure it out? Because there's no one left to bring back minus Lonzo Ball. There's no one left to bring back minus Lonzo Ball. And if Lonzo Ball makes that big of a difference, right? Like, here's the question. Where'd the basketball IQ go? Remember, like, all of that. Like, Lonzo's not the only guy with IQ on this team. Where'd the Bulls basketball IQ go? Remember that? Remember they were a high IQ team? That's why Kobe White was improving. Remember they were a high IQ team. That's why the ball movement was so great. That's why they were finding these guys. That's why, and because of that high IQ, they were finding the open guy. The open guy was knocking that. What happened to that? Because the basketball we're seeing on the floor, there's moments where there's high IQ moments. Heck, we called it last night. Defensive stretches. The Bulls absolutely came out, hands up, ready to go. Defense, let's do it. Boom. Beautiful. But not when you needed to do it most. What happened to the IQ? Is it just that they've never been in this situation? They're tired? There's so many questions, though. There's so many questions with this team. Like, I've never seen a team in my life just forget what they did. I've never seen a team in my life just forget what they did. We watched them do it. We saw it. Y'all realize we can see you. By the way, appreciate y'all for tuning in on the live today. If you can't stay and listen to the entire live, you can head over to the Contender and take a listen over there, man. Download the Contender app where you're going to hear nonstop sports talk while you're on the clock. Make sure to download that and rock with them. I get all the Billy Donovan slander. I understand why people are saying, like, this isn't this isn't that. But listen, we all sit here and say Frank Vogel's not a good head coach. He's an NBA champion. Billy Donovan's not a great head coach, but Billy Donovan's not a good head coach. What the heck's going on with these guys? You have to find a way to get that IQ that was there at the beginning of the season, that was always there, that we praised, that we hailed. IQ's not just Lonzo Ball at the point guard position. Bringing Lonzo Ball back doesn't fix this. And we're seeing a lot of low IQ, poor situational basketball in this stretch of losses. As we welcome in the one guy who might actually be right, Mr. Stefan Adon, into the building.
How y'all feeling?
You coming in with too big of a smile. Get the heck out of here, dog. I ain't doing this, dog. Like, we not doing this. That smile way too big. That smile is way too big, dog. That smile is way too big. I'm not fooling with this mug.
It's Tuesday. Dog. What's all the hate for? Hey, how we feeling today?
Hey, how you feeling today?
Hey, I'm marvelous.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Corey, what's good? Steve, what's good? Baki, what's good? What's happening? You okay?
Hey, man. It's all falling apart, by the way. How's that number one spot feel?
Hey.
Oh, no.
Hey, I don't want to focus.
Hey.
On negative things today.
Hey, how's that one spot feel, my boy?
Tuesday. You know.
How's that one spot?
We're all right now.
Y'all sitting real high.
Hey, Kemji, appreciate you for following me back, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying y'all sitting real high right there, dog. What's going on with that?
Yeah.
Man.
That's cool, man.
This sucks. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, as a Bulls fan, dog, this sucks. I don't even know what to say. Like, here's the thing, right? I'm trying to figure out, can the slide stop? And is it really what Baki has said? Have the Bulls become so reliant on DeMar's MVP play that they allow the fundamentals to slack off? Including DeMar. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the part you got to look at and say, hey, if you're going to figure this out, more people have to cook than DeMar. DeMar had what, 31 last night? 37 last night.
37.
Didn't mean nothing. He went off in the fourth quarter because he's missed the fourth quarter. But here's the thing. What's that do? What's that do when you're down? When you're trying to fight your way back? You're trying to fight your way back into this thing. And you can't because you're down. We can't become reliant. And listen, this isn't just on Zach and DeMar and Vooch. This is on the role players too. Guess what? Y'all need to take some shots and knock them down. You're paid professionals. There's a part of me that almost understands why you see them ball hogging a little bit. Because when I give y'all the ball, y'all miss. Be honest. What are y'all doing? What do y'all do when y'all hooping? Y'all gonna keep giving the ball to somebody that missed?
No, he's not getting a rock back. He can't get the rock back.
You know what I'm saying?
He not well, nah. You know what?
Though? They're not playing team ball, but when they do play team ball, I kick this mug over to Kobe White. Kobe White hits the back of the rim, dang near airballing that mug.
Our rule is if you don't play D, you don't get the ball. So
yeah, that's true too. But I mean, this is the NBA now.
Hey man,
all the dudes that play defense are on our team.
Hey,
and the thing for me, now listen, I think DeMar has gotten to the point where he's taking some bad shots because he was knocking those shots down early in the season. And he's doing the one-on-one because the team asked him to do the one-on-one. But here's the thing. There's nobody fighting to go get the ball from him. There's nobody begging him to pass out of it. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody telling him to set up an offense. Because that's DeMar. Let him cook. And we watched it last night. They rely on DeMar and Zach to get them out of the hole that DeMar and Zach sometimes put them in. Last night, DeMar put them in it. And this is going to be one of those things where, I mean, be real, dog. Like, if you're looking at this team right now, like, what is there something that they're missing offensively that can put them over the top? We know what they're missing defensively, corner three, all that stuff. But is there something that they're missing offensively? Because we're seeing the Bulls, like, y'all realize, Bulls fans, that the scoring is also trending down. The offense is trending down.
I would say, yeah, no, I'm good with some teasing. Nah, I would say just ball movement and pick and roll. I said it before, I said it again. I watched about I want to say if the Bulls don't got a game, I try to get at least like 4 games on the league pass going. I got one on the laptop, one on the Mac, one on the TV. Like the Bulls have the absolute worst pick and roll out of every single NBA team. Couple that with the fact that DeMar, when DeMar holds the ball and the ball sticks, like the offense trends down. They know how to move the ball. It's legit not rocket science. They did it last night on a couple of possessions, and it led to open looks that Vooch actually put in the basket. I would say that they definitely don't move the ball enough, but it's like I don't know what it is, because sometimes we saw Billy call plays the other day, you know, sometimes we didn't, and I don't know. It's legitimately just all over the place, because if it's not pick and roll, it's just DeMar going 1-on-1, hoping that you get somebody in the air, always looking for the foul. And realistically, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Like, the Knicks left Kobe White open all night. And Pat is absolutely right. I'll make an example. 50 Cent put it in his book about why, like, him and G Unit broke up. He said, if I kept giving you the ball to make these plays, and you don't consistently make them, and I'm keep giving you the ball, why would I keep doing it if you keep fumbling the bag?
Yeah,
that's gonna make now. On the flip side to that, yes, when it gets down to the playoffs in 7 games, he's gonna have to trust his teammates. But last night, Kobe White should not have been on the floor.
There's just nothing to trust.
It's no movement, no nothing. But
and over the last 10 games, Bulls fans, that those scoring, that offense that we talked about that we weren't worried about, yeah, I'm worried about it now. You've got 2 games where you scored under 100. You've got 4 games where you scored under 105. I mean, now it's time to worry about it. 5 games where you scored under 105. And the other 5, you barely break 110. Unfortunately, in this modern NBA, especially with how we're watching the Bulls play defense, that's not enough offense. I wasn't worried about the offense.
Guess what?
Until now.
Guess what?
Will Keys says we lost our starting point guard. You can't keep ignoring that. I'll agree with you that we lost Lonzo Ball. I watched the Bulls put up 126 without him. What does Lonzo Ball change for us? Like that's the thing. The injury argument is out the window.
Hey, and look, I'll even buffer your point. We have said religiously on this show that the Bulls not even using Lonzo right. When Lonzo's in the game, he's shooting that mug. So what did y'all really lose other than he get the board and then it's a down court pass?
He spaces the floor well.
Zach.
He spaces the floor well. He's going to contribute more to opening things up so that they can't close in on you as much, because he's shooting so well now, shooting 40+% from the field. But dog, like, I've watched the Bulls score. At a certain point, there has to be some slack. What's your bench doing?
Nothing.
Your bench to this point actually has more scores on it now than it had before. And this team, the thing is, this team wasn't built to score a ton. It just wasn't. This team was built for defense. And when you're not doing the thing that you built this team to hang its hat on, you're going to look completely different. And now teams are playing you different. Teams are fighting through you different. And guess what? You're struggling. Your bench has no scoring. You know why your bench has no scoring? Your bench was built for defense. Whether it's P. Will or Javonte Green on the bench, I'm not looking for 20 points from that person. I'm not expecting 20 points from that person because it's not something they've given me on a consistent basis.
Absolutely. And look, I told y'all this 2 months before the All-Star break, and the game me and Kid did. I told y'all this when DeMar went the 11 for 30. I told y'all this at the trade deadline special. This team, the honeymoon phase is officially over. DeMar has come back to earth. And when they needed the pieces, when P. Will and Alex came back, I told y'all that the Bulls was gonna be working close to the play. And y'all was like, "Oh, shut up! You don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy." Where y'all at now? DeMar said seven games left in the season. Oh, we need to pass the ball,
bruh. And that's the part that kills me, dog. It's the post game.
I need to start taking ones under my wing.
It's the post game show. It's the BS
Your post-game
talk
show
at
was
the end.
garbage last
Bro,
night.
like stop. Don't give me that. And hit the like button. Subscribe to the page, man. If y'all in here watching, 63 in here, 18 likes, man. Don't give me the fake rah-rah speech. That's the worst. I hate that. Don't give me the rah-rah speech. Don't give me the one for the Gipper. Don't give me the we need to get that. I don't need to hear that. I don't need to hear the BS. Figure it out on the court. That's stupid. Y'all trying to treat us like y'all trying to treat the media with the media talking all that like they're dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. Sitting there trying to say that we need to do this, we need to get the ball movement. When this man walks out talking about ball movement, but what you show me on the court is 4 seconds into a shot clock, coming out of halftime, you walk into a three-point shot and just jack that mug up without setting up any kind of offense. Stop lying. Stop being hypocritical.
Somebody call Cap.
Madcap. Stop being hypocritical, dog. And I don't. This is the thing, right? At this point, it is what it is. That's how this team is going to play. And I don't even care if it's just ball movement into getting DeMar a better shot. I'm fine with Kobe White not shooting. You know why? Because Kobe White can't knock down a shot. I don't know what kind of slump Kobe White's gone through. I don't know how all of a sudden getting your point guard back on the bench, which you made it harder for you. Playing more with Ayo has made it harder for you. I don't understand how.
This man threw a bullet past the Ayo 2 feet away
2 feet away from him.
Dog. Oh my God.
It's mental, bro. It's mental at this point. And that's why I don't think the skid will stop. I don't think the fall will stop.
Nah, and then this is the thing. This is the thing too. It's like all the shots that they setting up for to me are like to kind of rework DeMar back into the offense when he's off. What does Zach have last night? 26 on what? 8 for 16? Not 9 for 16. One of them.
Who, DeMar?
Yeah. No, Zach. Like
Zach was 8 for 17 with 27 points.
Yeah, you could have, fam. Work the offense to get him more looks. It's like you're not You have 2 other All-Stars, bro.
Well,
Use them.
this is the thing too. Zach took a ton of free throws. He took 10 free throws.
No,
So
I'm
essentially, you're looking at, what would that be? 22 shots? 22 shots ain't bad.
No.
Or 22 shot attempts, I guess I would say. But on the flip side, you know, DeMar took 12, knocked down all 12. So you had 6 to that. So that's 34 shots for him. 34 to 22. DeMar for me is almost what kids said, a mercenary for hire. In the sense, not that I want him to be like, send him to this team, send him to that team, but in the sense of, I need the Bulls to get themselves going. And then when we need that guy that can just come through and knock down shots, that's when I want to see DeMar be DeMar. Right?
No, absolutely.
I don't want to see Zach and DeMar not taking shots. What I want to see is ball movement so that the shot isn't mad predictable, so that the defense isn't set to just stand in front of you and put a hand in your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've said this many a times. I don't even care about ISO ball. But it's about the moment you do it. Everybody plays ISO ball. It's about the moment. Right now, they don't have the IQ that shows that they understand the moments. Or at least what I'm seeing on the court shows me that they don't understand the moments.
But then it's like that post game showed me that, like, DeMar kind of didn't understand the moment either, because it's just like you say how I'm just trying to figure out, how are you preaching ball movement 7 games left into the season now, when this is something that you technically should have been doing. And it's crazy because if you go back to Tristan's comments, remember what he said? Hey, after the All-Star break, we gonna start seeing the real defense. This how teams gonna start playing when they get to the playoffs. And it's like you still not trying to recognize when the double is out.
Well, I think that's the biggest problem, right? You're seeing the real defenses.
But it's just because, I get it. I get it. He practices those. He shoots those. I get it. Those are his spots. Bro, if you get double team, somebody open. Y'all just got to get the ball movement together. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know who you got to talk to. But nah, we don't need to be talking about this. The last 7 games of the season, especially with the way y'all playing defense right now.
Yeah.
And look, and then another thing, I don't even really want to fully get on DeMar too, because Zach is the one that gave up the open corner 3 to Alec Burke.
Hey, we got breaking news. Former Chicago Bears quarterback Andy Dalton is signing a 1-year deal with the New Orleans Saints worth up to $6 million. Andy Dalton now with the Saints. Backup quarterback, I would assume.
I like it. He'll play.
I hope Andy gets a shot. Yeah, I'm saying. Hey, who's the coaching staff down there, by the way?
Dennis Allen.
Oh, well.
But then it's crazy because I heard that they're gonna have like 2, like they're gonna have like dual DCs. So I don't know how that's working. Then I just read this morning that they're trying to put Taysom Hill at tight end.
Yeah, okay. It's
I don't know, bro. They got their own thing going on.
It's like what do you want me to do? It's Andy Dalton. Hey, Windy City said you can do better than that. We really don't care. We really don't care. Like, hey, Andy, appreciate the year, man. Wish the best for you. You had I don't know, a moment, great beard at a minimum.
Oh man, but yeah, it's like man, I like I don't know, like legit. When I said like I knew it was gonna be bad, but I didn't know that it was gonna be this bad.
Yeah, the problem with the Bulls, you see how we move past that Andy Dalton news mad quickly.
I know. Come on now.
The problem with the Bulls right now, right, is that it's so top heavy that if the top has any issues, there's nothing else that can fix it. You want to know what this team did last night? Io had 10, 2, and 3, 4 for 8, 2 for 5 from the 3-point line. Not a bad night. Vooch had 16, 13, and 1, 6 for 11, 4 for 5 from the free throw line, 2 steals and a block. DeMar, 37, 6 and 7, 12 for 26, 12 for 12 from the free throw line, 1 for 1 from the 3-point line. Zach, 27 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 8 of 17, 9 for 10 from the free throw line, 2 for 7 from 3. If we're being real, that's all the points the Bulls got. Caruso in 30 minutes gave you 3, 5, and 2. Did some nice things defensively, I guess. Kobe White gave you 21 minutes for 6 points, 7 boards. He was 2 for 9. And Tristan Thompson gave you 14 minutes for 2 boards, or 2 points, 6 boards. And then Javonte Green gave you 14 minutes on 3 points, 2 boards. That's pretty much all the stats. Pat Williams played 12 minutes, didn't attempt a shot.
Oh, so you was just out there getting active.
Getting active in them up. 2 boards. And here's the thing. Now, 2 boards, a lot that won't show up in the stat sheet. I'm not going to lie to you. He's the only one that played good defense on RJ Barrett. If anything, I wanted to see him out there for that. He's the only one that played good defense for RJ Barrett.
Which is wild. And then it's like dog, when your leaders, and then it's crazy because at the beginning of the season, we talked about, hey bro, Zach is actually bought in on defense. Like, this is crazy. This is mad wild.
Yeah.
We went from that to, bro, like, legitimately, Obi Toppin is coming off the bench, calling for ball, ISOing, bro, on the wing, bro, and taking him to the cup.
Getting it done. And was absolutely getting it done, dog.
And putting him in the basket.
Oh, dog, it's weird.
Like, if you don't care, like, and I get it, chat. I get it. Lonzo is not there, but guess what? Judging from the reports, he's not gonna be there for a minute. So let's not.
He should be getting reevaluated this week. So we'll see. I
guess, but right now, he don't totally fix this. He don't totally fix this.
100% he doesn't totally fix this. That's not even a question at this point.
Alex rushed himself back because he thought the team had a fight. Guess what? The team ain't got no fight.
That's why I'm not even tripping on Caruso. Caruso ain't healthy. He rushed himself back. He's forcing himself to do this. But here's the thing. I shouldn't have to rely on Alex Caruso just for the Bulls to play defense. You know why the Bulls defense looked good versus Cleveland? Because Alex Caruso was hustling on every single play. You know why it didn't look good? Because Caruso wasn't playing at 100% last night. Probably because he was hustling on every single play versus Cleveland. Now, there's moments where it did look good.
Oh no, this is the thing.
Right moments.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't.
And this is the thing.
You gotta figure that out, dog. You gotta figure that out. What he said, that small ball crap ain't working. Billy Donovan seems like a one-trick pony. There's no big ball on this team. I need y'all to understand that. Small ball is because there's no big players on this team. Who's big? Patrick Williams is 6'8". That is a regular small forward in this NBA. That's who y'all wanted power forward. Is he bigger than Javonte? Yeah. But Javonte ain't even getting in the lineup.
What would you like him to do?
I really want to know what Muggs think Billy Donovan is gonna get done.
What would you like in this?
It's like,
Bro, I don't know.
Kid yelled about it all. What was it? All-Star break? Or no, it was at when was it? It was at whatchamacallit? The trade deadline. All we got is guards. It's all guards. You know how small ball lineup works? You have a bunch of guards. Now, in that, those guards need to knock some shots down, and they haven't done that. So, I mean, it's wild, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta figure. Hey, we got breaking news.
I thought it was
Per Adam Schefter. Regular season overtime rules will remain the same.
Boo! Boo! Nah,
Stop playing.
I'm okay.
Regular season overtime rules shall remain the same in the NFL.
I'm okay.
Hey, you know what that means?
I pledge him. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to.
Play some defense. Play some defense.
It's gonna change.
I like that. I like that. And it's hold on. Now there is another tweet. Both teams, this is 2 minutes ago by Adam Schefter. Both teams will now be assured of getting the football in overtime during the postseason per sources. Regular season OT rules will remain the same per sources.
Hmm?
These are both by Adam Schefter, and it's the verified account.
Somebody calling Cap. Hold on.
Let me check somebody else here.
Man, hold up.
You sending us to your dig.
Well, nah, because if Josina ain't reported, it's not. Adam got to report it, and then Josina got to tweet it.
This is Shefty.
Right, but Josina been like confirming the mess.
Okay. According to Albert Breer, NFL owners have passed the Indy Philly overtime rule, allowing for both teams to have a possession for playoffs only. Oh, so regular season, the rules shall remain the same.
Yes, sir.
Both teams will get the ball. That's trash.
Yeah, nah, it's not trash. I told y'all. It's what?
Hey, NFL, way to devalue defenses.
But I was getting cooked.
Hey,
I was getting cooked that day.
Hey, you was getting cooked that day.
But they changed the rule, right?
Hey, listen.
They changed the rule, right?
I'm a rule or not, you were absolutely getting cooked.
They changed the rule, right?
Yeah.
They changed it. Yeah. Okay.
You were still getting cooked.
All right.
EQ chicken out.
All right. Hey, that's cool. That's cool.
I mean, I guess what's your thoughts on it? What's your thoughts on the rule change?
Nah, I'm with this, and you want to know why? Because at the end of the day, and I want to be fully clear. This is not for the NFC. No, nobody cares about the NFC. The AFC playoff about to be wild. That AFC playoff is officially about to be wild, and you get more prolific offenses.
So here's the thing. So if you get a game like Buffalo, KC, and defenses can't stop you, y'all just keep going.
See, we got. I don't know. We gotta see it when we get there.
No, because this is my thing with it. Let me see if I can pull up Indy's proposal here. This is my thing with it.
I mean that's fine, but like I said,
if you're continuing to you basically just devalue defense. Defense don't matter anymore. It matters if you get a stop, but if you don't get a stop, that's okay. It matters if you get a stop, but if you don't get a stop, that's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll give you the ball back. That's it. I mean, what are we talking about here? It's so sad to see the NFL do
But
this.
you said play defense though.
You said what?
You said play defense, so this rule makes sense.
No,
It's
bro,
you coming into a younger audience, right? These offenses are getting better. And in the AFC West alone, there's no reason why they shouldn't put up 30 a game. There's no reason why they shouldn't put up 30 a game.
You know what the reason is? Because you got Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa coming down on your neck.
But that's the Broncos' problem.
I'm just saying, or because you got Von Miller and whatchamacallit coming down on your neck on that Bills defense. You know what I'm saying? Or because you got, you know what I'm saying? Like there's such a everything the NFL is doing, and I'm okay with a lot of changing it to make the game more offensive. That's more fun. Like, let's be real. Scoring more touchdowns is more fun.
And this is the fun part.
But you can't devalue the defense to the point where if they fail, it doesn't matter. Right now, if the defense fails, it doesn't matter. If the Bills' defense failed, the Bills had the best defense in the NFL, and in the moment they needed the most, they failed. Next season, it don't matter. That's okay. We'll get them next time, guys.
Well, they might not even be
Your best chance, if we're being realistic, your best chance to win was what?
Oh, for the Bills?
Your defense.
Oh yeah,
it's the best defense in the NFL.
They just need to get a stop.
I'm sorry if you all day couldn't get a stop on Patrick Mahomes.
Mixed season again. I'm not disagreeing with what Pat is saying. At the end of the day, we just wanted to see Josh Allen touch the dang gun ball.
But you know how you see Josh Allen touch the dang on ball?
Like,
the best defense in the NFL gets a stop.
Hey, you right. Hey, look, I can't refute nothing he's saying.
Well, no,
I can't refute nothing he's saying. But that game was so cold. Josh Allen at least should have touched the ball one more time. That's all this came down to.
But here's the thing: even in the other times, right? Like, listen, when it happened to Kansas City, I didn't feel bad for Kansas City because what have we been saying about Kansas City all season? Oh, they ain't got no defense. They got Tyrann Mathieu. That's it. They ain't got no defense. So if you ain't got no defense, guess what? You got beat because you ain't got no defense. Build a defense. That's a part of building a team. That's a part of being a GM. That's a part of being a head coach. You have to build it. Being a defensive coordinator. Like if your defense ain't good, guess what? You gonna get beat. That's
true. I'm with everything you said. It's time for a change. It's just time for a change, bro.
Here's the thing. If Josh Allen gets that football back, does it change our mind of that game? That's the game we're looking at. If he gets that football back, does it change our mind of that game?
If he gets the football back,
I've never seen with my own two eyes.
The game is over.
No, that's the thing. That's still the greatest football game I've ever seen with my own two eyes. Josh Allen getting the ball back doesn't change the fact that that's the greatest football game I've ever seen with my own two eyes.
Well, nah, wait. As we still not talking about the Rams versus the Chiefs in Mexico City a couple years back.
That Buffalo KC game was the greatest football game I ever saw in my life. Hey, that's the greatest game I've ever seen in my life. Listen, Crit in here talking about facts. Crit has seen more football than all of us.
Hey, man, that game was wild, though.
It's the greatest football game I've ever seen in my entire life.
No, that was just.
Josh Allen getting the football back doesn't change that in my mind. And I don't think that it's unfair that he didn't get the football back when the best defense in the NFL got cooked.
And look, crit, right there, that comment. That's all it's about. That's all it's about. I'm not saying Pat is absolutely right. Pat's absolutely right.
They definitely
But
wanted the NFL wanted Josh Allen to win that.
The fan in me. If you went down Twitter that night, man, Josh Allen should have touched the ball one more time. Josh Allen should have touched the ball one more time. Like that's all that meant.
Now here's the thing, mid-season. This is a good one, right? Ringo, Pat, how about this? If they both score on their possession, it should at least be next touchdown wins. Here's the thing. That's already how it is.
Huh?
If you get to overtime, first touchdown wins. So now if they both go down and score a touchdown and the defenses are both gassed and can't play or are trash and can't play, guess what? Now the next team that scores a touchdown wins. Guess what happens again?
Yeah, I see.
We changing stuff for no reason.
You trying to change the language? We already know the words.
You know what I'm saying? Like, listen. Let's say this. Pat Mahomes went down, hit Kelsey a couple times, killing it. Boom, touchdown. Josh Allen gets the ball back. He was carving KC's defense up. Goes down the field, hits him a couple times. Boom, touchdown. Stephon Diggs. What makes you think they're gonna do it again? What makes you think that they're going to stop that team again?
Well, I'm gonna have to watch. I'm gonna have to watch NFL Live later because I know they're gonna talk about it. So I need to I need to see what they're talking about because it's not a never-ending game. I know it's like kind of.
I'm sure that's probably what it is. I'm sure that's probably how it is. I'm trying to pull up what the proposal is here because they've passed it. The NFL, this is per Colts Wire, by the way. Shout out to them. The NFL passed a rule change pertaining to a team possession overtime. Blah, 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 blah. The Colts and Eagles both proposed a change to the overtime rule. All right, let me click this link. This might show me what the actual proposal is. Okay. Nope, didn't show me that. Hey, a lot of useless information here, my boy. So that both teams get a possession after the wild rule change will amend slightly before it's passed. Both teams will. Okay, so still nothing on what the proposal is. That's not helpful at all. But I would assume it's something like that. Like you can't just have a never-ending game, right? Like
Yeah,
it's
no, you can't.
it can't be like a shootout in hockey. So, like to me, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just how I'm looking at it. But I just feel like it's a change for no reason. Like if the defense couldn't stop them on the first drive, and the reason is that we're saying, oh, they were gassed, then what makes you think they're going to stop them on the second drive if they were already gassed? I like how Nate G says, uppercut that like button. I do agree with him, though. Hit the like button, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. That's interesting. And it's must end by 2 after overtime touchdown. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like the other one. What was the other one we had seen?
It was a 2-point conversion.
Touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, touchdown and a 2-point conversion. But we said the 2-point. But we said the 2-point conversion need to be at like the 7 or the 5.
Something like that. Yeah, I like that. That is what it is. I mean, here's the thing, right? We're not going to have to worry about this. Regular season overtime rules remain the same. We're not going to have to worry about this in the regular season, but in the playoffs, this will take effect. Hey, listen, and this is an interesting point as well. Shout out to Almighty KD. Says sounds like more injuries to me unnecessary. Yeah. More time on the field doesn't mean less injuries. And if the AFC
Hey,
West,
but look, if the players is asking for it,
the players aren't asking for it. The owners vote this in.
who not?
The player, hold on. The players that lost are asking for it. I agree with Crit. I think this is just because Josh Allen lost. The NFL wanted to do it.
Yeah, everybody know that.
Because remember when Brady did it?
That was a great.
Well, ain't no rule changes happening here.
The Chiefs ain't have a defense.
Yeah, but when Brady did it, it was ain't no rule changes happening here. We ain't changing the rules on this.
And because Buddy jumped off sides that game, they absolutely would have won that game because it was 4th down and Patriots had to go for it.
Yep.
So that was actually on them.
Yep. But even that, he didn't get a chance. He didn't get an opportunity to touch the ball, but it's Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. We don't care. I like Steve-O's rule change. Hold up. Since we change the rules, everybody in the chat, drop your best rule changes. We're going to break them down in here. Since we changing rules, everybody in the chat, drop your best rule changes. We're going to break them down in here. Steve-O says 2035, no more coin toss. QBs do a long toss further for possession. Whoever throws the ball the longest gets possession. So now you got to have that quarterback on your team that's just got a cannon. No accuracy, just the cannon.
My joint was in the stands. What you mean?
Drop y'all rule changes, dog. You got now you got to have, hey, I actually like it a little bit. You got to have a dude on your roster, on the roster spot, that literally is just able to throw the ball 100 yards.
Hey, Mud's gonna stop scouting and just go to freaking the Olympics and get whoever throwing that up.
They're not even throwing it like a quarterback.
Hey, I don't even need you to put the laces in that mug, just. I don't even need you to line up with the laces. Just fling it.
They doing the long toss like with the little you dig.
No, matter of fact, just let the kicker do it. Just let the kickers do it. First person to put it through the goalpost, that's who get possession.
The kicker, hey, it makes the kickers more valuable. You just do the field goal off. You got to kick it the same way though if you do that.
Yeah, no.
I like Robert Diaz. He said,
hold up. I think I got it.
Oh, you got the rule? Robert Diaz says, put 6 minutes on the clock and play it out. Now, I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't be opposed to that even. Football is the only sport really that does the... Right? Because, yeah, football is really the only sport that does the sudden death. Well, baseball too. That really does the sudden death. Like, would you be opposed to just playing out an extra half a quarter?
No, wait. This is for just these were all the rule changes. So, it's still, it's by possession for overtime. They added more people to the free kick formation change, and and then they updated the Rooney rule. That was it.
I did see the update on the Rooney rule, which is
they updated the Rooney rule. So that was it. What is y'all trying to play, Madden?
What?
Put 6 minutes on the clock?
Hold up. No, that's what I said, though. You put 6 minutes on the clock and you play it out. Play an extra half a quarter. Whoever's up by the end of that, you win.
Nah, because then, bro, if it's me, I'm running my playbook to full extent.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, shoot.
It's only in the playoffs.
Two tight ends and a fullback, we good to go. Matter of fact,
it's only in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like it's
I got
all
you. Hold
season.
up.
It's only in the playoffs. I would absolutely do something like that in the playoffs.
So for the Rooney Rule, just for kids, you have to allow the employer club, the choice to retain its player personnel staff through the annual selection meeting. After the selection meeting through June 30th, the employer club is required to grant permission to another club to interview and hire a non-high level executive or non-secondary football executive for a secondary football executive position.
I'm not even gonna pretend like I understand what that means.
Yeah, it was a lot. I was gonna say it's a lot of executives in that mug.
Hey.
Hey,
I'm not even gonna pretend like I understand how that amendment goes down. I'm gonna have to do some digging into that, man.
hey, man.
I have no idea what's going on with that.
Yeah. I understand the employer club, but after that, you lost me.
Gee, listen, you gonna get the real on here. I have no idea what that means. The executive employer club and the employer of the executive club. But if they keep him, he's black. But if they want to, he can be Mexican. What is that even talking about? All right, what the heck? What did they just say? They said,
Hey, look.
you ever seen that picture? You know what that felt like? You ever seen that picture where you can't make out anything in the picture? Like you're looking at a picture and like you can't make out anything in the picture. It just feels like you're having a stroke.
Yeah.
Like that's what that rule change just felt like.
Hey, man, can't ask me to read it. I'm just
Listen. I'm fine with you reading it. I was just trying to follow it and understand it, and I couldn't figure out anything that came from that.
So I think essentially they have if you hired a minority staff member, you have the ability to retain that. You have the ability to retain them through June 30th. But if you don't, another football team can like swoop in or hire them. Yeah, I can't make out the rest.
Don't hurt yourself, Ringo.
I
Listen, hold
I
on.
tried. I really did.
Yeah, hey, I appreciate the college try on that one, my boy. But that I don't know what the heck they just said, bro. Legitimately, like, hold on, that's that's hilarious, dog. I'm trying to see this here, man, because like that how NFL in the NFL, dog. Like, can we just say that? Can we just say that was the most NFL rule change that we've ever seen? I'm trying to pull this mug up. I had this shit dig here. Here we go. Wow. Now look at this picture, right? This is how that rule change felt. What am I looking at?
Oh yeah, absolutely, just like that. Just like that. Like what?
Is there anything in this picture that you know what it is? I think this might be something for earrings, but also it could be a mannequin, but also it could. What the heck is that?
What is that? What is yeah?
This here? No clue.
What is that? And then what is the thing? I see. What is that? A chair?
No clue. That's how that rule change felt right there. What did we just hear?
Damn. What? Okay. All right.
I don't know, dog.
At this point, they should clear. They should have clear and conscious reasonings made as to why their candidates were highway real method. It's the NFL, bro. They're not gonna do that.
And that's the weird part, right? Like the Rooney Rule is one that, I mean, it hasn't worked. It just I guess I like the idea of it, but let's be 100% honest, it hasn't worked. And there's
Oh, wait. I got it on the TV right now, actually. So okay. NFL says all teams must add a minority offensive assistant coach. Coach can be coach can be a male or female of an ethnic or racial minority to a series of policy enforcement. I don't get that bottom part, but essentially, they're making you hire somebody of minority for like offense or defense.
I don't like that either.
I
I don't like that either.
I'm really.
I don't like that either. It's weird, right? Because it's like you're forcing them to bring somebody in that they're probably not going to want to work with, or they're probably not going to. You like. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't have an answer for it either, but it doesn't feel right.
No, I don't know what the answer is.
I don't have an answer for it either. I don't have an answer for how it should go, how it comes out. I understand that there's absolutely a discrepancy in the minority hirings around the NFL. There's a discrepancy in minority head coaches. There's a discrepancy in minority hires throughout the entire process, but is forcing anybody to do something the way to do it?
No, because
I mean, I guess technically, like, they force segregation on people or integration on people.
you can hire them, but that don't mean I can sabotage what you're doing and then just hire you after the first. I mean, just fire you after the first year. But then again, you forced to hire them anyway. So it's like
I don't know, dog. It doesn't feel like something that's actually progress. It feels like something that is a consolation prize.
I want to, and that's the thing. I really do want to see. Like, I want to see a female, at least like a female defensive coordinator or a female like offensive coordinator, something like. Cause originally, like I really thought Becky Hammond was gonna be a coach in the NBA. Like, as glad as I am that she got that WNBA job and well deserved.
Yeah,
I think the NBA definitely fumbled it.
Well, I think Becky wasn't going to wait for Pop to retire. Every year Pop talking about retiring and he never do. I think the interesting thing with it though is you look at like how Seven said, affirmative action in new format. That's what this feels like, honestly. And you know what they did with affirmative action at the job I was at? They would hire dudes that they knew weren't going to cut it. And then they would fire them. And then they would hire dudes that they knew weren't going to cut it again the next year to say they did it. And then they would fire them. Because if you don't, there's no rule that says you have to continue to work with us.
That's what I meant when I said basically, essentially, you're going to hire them just to fire them.
Just to fire them. And I feel like that. And I don't know. See, here's the thing. I don't know if an NFL team would do that. Heck, I don't even know if these coaches or these organizations really even notice it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's probably a lot of times where people are just doing things that makes them comfortable. They probably don't even notice that they're uncomfortable in situations like that. You know what I'm saying?
I will say this. You got to pay attention to the team because it was only 3 teams that asked for it. But 4. Baltimore, Buffalo, Philly, and Tampa Bay. I knew Tampa Bay was going to do that because, you know, Arians, hey, salute to you, brother.
Which is wild that AB's trying to make him seem mad racist.
Bro, like, yeah, I couldn't really understand that because I'm like, hey, don't this man got an all-black staff?
Might be a douchebag, might be a might be a a-hole, whatever you want to call him, might not have believed in AB But that staff is mad.
I'm like, bro, he got an all-black staff.
For him to be
This man
racist.
definitely invited to the cookout.
He spent a lot of time with minorities for him to be racist. And he got the Kango hat smoking cools and sipping Henny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, dog. I don't know if I can get on the train with Bill Arians as racist. I don't know if I can follow that path, dog.
Yeah, Baltimore, Buffalo, and Philly.
I'm surprised the Bears weren't on there, to be honest with you.
Actually, yeah. I am actually surprised now that you
I'm surprised the Bears weren't on that list pushing for that. And maybe it's just because they our staff's pretty white. Our DC's black. I had to think about that. I was like, wait a minute, our staff is pretty white. But here's my thing. I don't want to be forced into a situation. I want to prove that the minorities are in the best. The minorities that get hired are the best for the job. Do I think that some guys got passed over that were the best for the job? Yeah. Do I think that some guys got passed over that were better than the guys they hired for the job? Yeah. But here's the thing. Forcing people into a situation does not move the situation forward, because when you try to force something, a lot of time there's a force coming back to you, and that's when you see, every action has an equal opposite reaction. Basically, you try to force something one way, you're going to get a force the other way.
I don't think this necessarily fixes it though.
I don't either.
Like this don't fix it at all.
I don't either. I think that this is one of those things that you're going to see people get hired that immediately get fired.
And look, this is the thing. They don't even have to finish the season.
Yeah.
They don't even got to finish the season, bro.
Yeah, it just says they got to hire them. That's weird, dog. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird to me. It's weird to me that, and it's like Baki said, it does show that the Rooney Rule doesn't work. The Rooney Rule does not work.
The Rooney Rule ain't been working.
You have less black head coaches in the NFL now than you had when the Rooney Rule was instituted.
And this is the thing that's dumb about it, though, right? Mug will sit there and say that really don't care about it. Oh, yeah, the Rooney Rule works. Mike Tomlin. All right. Who after that?
Mike Tomlin went to the one organization that was open to allowing it.
Like,
honestly, Mike Tomlin went to the one organization.
And that's the thing. That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like they absolutely had somebody else on their brain, and then they met Mike Tomlin and it worked because they had to interview that minority head coach. But that's 1 in 32, and that's 1 in 32 over the past how many years? So,
like, when did Mike Tomlin get hired?
2008, 7, because they won their first. They won their Big Ben's first Super Bowl with why can't I think of Buddy's name? Bill. Why can I not think of Buddy's name?
Bill Cowher.
Bill Cowher, yeah. Kid says we can look at the issue or look at the opportunity. This is still an opportunity if you want to progress forward. We should not.
Oh, in 2007.
Excel. Some people will get hired that shouldn't. That's true. That's
2007.
True. 2007. Yeah, I knew it was around there. I'll say this, right? Like, I just want people to get the fair look that are actually qualified for the job. I don't want it to turn into the we're gonna hire them to fire them thing. And I know that's how affirmative actions work. I've seen it in action. They go get a bunch of dudes from the south side of Chicago that are like 17, 18 years old and that don't really want to be there, but they're like, hey, y'all came and got me, so I showed up and y'all said y'all was going to pay me this money. Then they realize what it is and they get them out of there because they know they're not going to stick around.
But the thing is, kid, you gotta remember the people that I said that was on the list for the rule change. Baltimore, Buffalo.
Teams that already have those people in place.
So we talking about what? 28 teams that's left?
That's true. Listen, there's going to be some pushback, but he's right. The rule is in place. It's an opportunity.
No, he's absolutely right about that.
Right. The rule is in place. It's an opportunity. Now you got to find people that are actually going to qualify for it, that are actually going to be able to move up in these organizations. And like I said, here's the thing. I'm not one of those people that think like everybody that does anything that's not black doesn't like black people. So like for me, or doesn't like minorities. For me, I think it's just a comfort thing. A lot of times, guess what? You see people that look like you and you feel comfortable. That's trans race. That has nothing to do with just being white. When the new black dude show up at your job, guess what? You go see if he cool people or not. I know. Look, come on now. When the new black dude show up at your job, you want to see if he cool people or not. So I don't even think that there's so much of I don't want to give this person a job based on the color of their skin. I think there's a lot of I don't want to get I could give you a job, but I also feel much more comfortable and vibe well with this person. And I think that's how a lot of organizations have it. So to me, hey, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? To me, this rule gives the opportunity to put people in positions that they weren't going to be in. Shout out to it. It does feel a little forced, but maybe sometimes force is what you need. I don't know. Hey, at this point, you end up getting used to it. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see how that goes, man. Getting back into a little bit of the rest of this NBA as we get to the 12:15 hour. By the way, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily over on this mug, man. We don't want y'all to miss a thing. So make sure that y'all hit this bell. We talk sports on this channel as well daily from 11 to 1. If you can't stick around for the entire show, make sure you guys download the Contender app, man. The Contender, where you're hearing nonstop sports talk while you're on the clock. Make sure you guys get in tune with us. The NBA is a wild place, dog. The standings are literally changing every single day. We're back to playing Boston in the fourth in the playoffs right now. Miami's number 1. Enjoy Brooklyn. Brooklyn is now number 8 again. Enjoy that, dog. Yeah. Now you do got a better chance, right? Because Cleveland's 7.
Yeah, I'm cool right now.
I'd probably pick Brooklyn to beat Cleveland in the play-in. In Cleveland, I'd pick Brooklyn. Philadelphia right now sits at 2. Milwaukee's at 3. Boston is 4. Bulls are 5. Raptors are 6. They're both tied. Bulls need a win tonight to stay at that 5 spot. Cavs are 7. Brooklyn is 8. Charlotte's 9. Atlanta's 10. In the East alone, we've seen so much movement. How do you expect this season to finish out standings-wise? Where will everyone be?
I think I got to pull up the standings again. I think that Miami won't keep the first seed. I think Boston falls a little bit because of the simple fact that Robert Williams is not there.
That's a big loss for them.
And it's definitely a huge loss. I'm looking at it. I think Toronto moves up. Cleveland is kind of iffy to me until I see actually where Jared Allen is. And I just keep expecting Brooklyn to move up. I don't know if they get 6 exactly. But there's a chance at it. I think that I think the Bulls get into the play-in, bro.
Really?
I think the Bulls are.
Hey, listen, I can't argue with you.
Last night, like you said, they showed you who they were. I'm not fully confident that they're gonna beat the Wizards tonight, dog.
I'm not either. I like
I'm not fully confident that they're gonna beat the Wizards, bro. If they lose to the Wizards, like after the Wizards, it's just needless to say, this is essentially the media game. That if you lose this, you're surely going to be in a play. Like
I think if they lose tonight, I would agree with you, because I don't believe that they're in a spot mentally where they can fight back. Like what you see in a game-to-game thing is indicative of what you'll see in a season, right? So I don't think that they'll be mentally strong enough if they lose tonight to fight back versus better teams. And based on the loss last night, I don't think they're mentally strong enough to bounce back and win it tonight.
Second out of a back-to-back too.
I just don't. You just lost to the Knicks on the second night of a back-to-back. That's the part nobody is bringing up. This ain't the Knicks off of fresh legs. The Knicks played 2 nights before, or played the night before versus the Pistons. Like this Bulls team isn't mentally strong enough to fight its way back. And they've shown you that time and time and time again. And guess what? They're going to continue to show you that through the rest of the season, because that's what they've shown you the entire second half of this season. Now, if they surprise me and they end up all of a sudden they can play basketball again, I'd be shocked to see it. I'd welcome it. Crit, you good. This is the live chat. As long as you ain't saying the same thing over and over again. That's on spamming. But you a wild boy. But
you good, bro.
Relax. Relax there, buddy. But I mean, honestly, like I look at the Eastern Conference standings, right? I think Miami does keep the 1 spot. Just because I think they've put themselves so far away from the rest of the competition. You know, that 1 game makes a difference. I think everybody else is going to take that L. I think Philly gets the 2. I think Milwaukee keeps the 3. I think Boston keeps the 4. Now, here's where the change comes. I think Toronto gets the 5. The Bulls get the 6. I think by the end of the season, the Bulls will drop the 6. And then I think 7, 8 remains the same. And the reason for that to me, I mean, you're looking at a first round matchup of Bucks Bulls.
You want that smoke? That's what it is.
Hey, listen. Hey. No, I don't.
Hey,
because at this point, I don't think the Bulls can handle that smoke. You're looking at a first round matchup of Bucks Bulls. And then to me, in your 7 seed, in your 7 seed, I think you will actually get Brooklyn, even with all of the smoke. I think that's something that is gonna happen. I think Brooklyn will end up taking. Now they're 3.5 back right now, so it'll be tough for them to get it. But Cleveland's still kind of. I mean, in Cleveland's last 10, what are they? 4 and 6. They're kind of continuing that slide. They've struggled woefully without Jared Allen, and the schedule doesn't get easier. They got the Mavericks, they got the Sixers, and the Nets, and the Bucks finishing out their season. So they're going to have a heck of an opportunity there. And I think Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken, has a pretty easy finish.
Yeah, they got some games left.
Yeah, Brooklyn plays the Bucks. They play the Pistons tonight. They play the Bucks, and that's really the last competitive team they play. Other than that, they got Pistons, they got Hawks, Rockets, Knicks, Cavaliers, who are on a slide, and the Pacers.
Oh yeah,
So Brooklyn could legitimately win out. Maybe they lose that Bucks game, but they could legitimately win out the rest of this season. So I think they'll end up taking that 7 spot. I think Toronto or Cleveland ends up in that 8 spot. And I think that's going to make the play-in interesting, right? Because I think Charlotte could beat Cleveland and Atlanta could beat Cleveland. So you might even be looking at a Charlotte or Atlanta in that 8 spot, which makes your life a little bit easier as a Heat fan. I'll give you that.
Hey, man, shoot. Let me take.
But then again, hopefully I'm wrong and you play Brooklyn in the first round and they just did not tell you.
Hey, either way, right now it look like we both gonna be saying 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
1, 2, 3 Cancun.
Man, really.
Hey, ain't nobody feeling good about making the finals.
Hey.
Ain't nobody feeling good about making the finals this season no more, dog. No, I mean it's sad that it's shaped out this way for the Bulls, but like I said, man, I don't see a way. I don't see a way. You would have you know what you would have to impress me so much over this final stretch. Like you would have to essentially beat 3. You would literally have to beat the 3 best teams in the Eastern Conference. The Heat, the Bucks, and the Celtics. You got to beat the Wizards tonight. You've got to beat the Clippers. If you win those 5 games.
Hey, by the way, Paul George is coming back on tonight.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it'll take them it'll take them a little bit. Yeah. Hey, we all sad after the first round this year, my boy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Listen, we all sad. Like I said, we both legitimately gonna be saying 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
1, 2, 3 Cancun
at the same time.
Hey man, did you book that reservation for 2 or should I get my own room? What's the plan? Should I figure out what's the lodging accommodations? That's what I'm trying to see because we definitely gonna be down there around the same time. You might be a week later. You might make it down there a week after us. If you come down a week after us, we'll stay in the room for you. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I mean, I just don't see it. I don't see it. You look at since the All-Star break, bro. Grizzlies, Heat lost, Hawks lost, Bucks lost, Sixers lost. You beat the Pistons and Cavs, lost to the Kings, lost to the Jazz, lost to the Suns. You beat the Raptors, lost to the Bucks, lost to the Pelicans. You beat the Cavs, lost to the Knicks. There's not one game in there. Fam, if we being realistic, right? Teams you should have beat. Hawks, you did beat the Pistons. Kings, Jazz, I will always say you should have beat. Pelicans, Knicks. That's half your games. You legitimately could have won half your games. Could have been well above 50. There's no fight.
Bro.
There's no fighting. Then the Heat are just trash. So
you know what?
Should have beat the Heat.
Hey man. I feel so bad for y'all. We might consider letting y'all get that last game.
Baki said Jimmy Butler to DeMar and Zach. I got the wine on deck, y'all. He said that's the new banana boat crew. And it's sad, dog. It's sad to see how this team is falling. I mean, there's no answer. We can blame everybody. We can blame nobody. There's no answers on this team. But if I'm legitimately looking at these coming up games, like I don't give the Bulls a shot in any of them. I don't give the Bulls a shot at night. Dang, this a 6 o'clock tip off tonight too. And guess what? Right now, Alex Caruso, game time decision. He's got a back injury.
What?
Zach LaVine, game time decision, rest. He might not go tonight. The Wizards, Kyle Kuzma's a game time decision. I mean, it's dark days here in Chicago, dog. It's dark days here in Chicago, and it sucks. I can't believe we've gotten here, bro. I really can't believe we gotten here. I can't believe that the Bulls have just forgotten how to play basketball. That's mind blowing to me. That's mind blowing to me. Watch Kuz play and give us work, bro. I wouldn't even be surprised by it. I wouldn't even be surprised by it.
Hey, but Kuz been giving y'all the work.
Oh yeah, that's why I wouldn't be surprised by it.
Kuz been giving y'all the work.
Devondrick said he'd be comfortable taking on Boston or Milwaukee for the first round. It looks bleak for the Bulls second round, no matter who plays. It looks bleak for the Bulls first round. What have you seen about this team that makes you think they're gonna get?
But I told you, dog. The reason why I'm laughing is because I'm legit like, fam. The Heat is a 50-win team, and we could go home in the first round like it was nothing. We had a chance to go to the finals. The Bulls is just like, dog. Nothing about what y'all have done said y'all making it past the first round.
Yeah.
Like nothing in this All-Star break. Like you can't even be comfortable saying that you're taking on Boston. Like you legit like.
I mean, listen. Let's look at it from a maybe optimistic standpoint, right? If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. If the Bulls can win these next 4 games, how are we looking at this team? Because it's not like you're going up against teams that aren't playing. Everybody who we play in these next 4 games, seeding matters to them. So a loss would actually hurt them. Minus the Clippers, I guess. But if the Bulls were to win versus the Clippers, versus the Heat, versus the Bucks, versus the Celtics, how are we looking at this team heading into the playoffs?
I mean, it just depends on how you win. I mean, at minimum, I would just come out and say, okay, y'all got to fight. About time. Show me something. Like that. That's all. Like, and it's legit. It's legit. Nothing past that. I mean, it's like you said. They've only won half their games coming out of this All-Star break.
Yeah. No, they haven't won half their games.
They ain't even won half?
They've won 4 games.
Dang, so they're not even at 5.
Let me look again. I think they've only won 4 games since
they're not even at 5 then.
Bulls. Yeah, you definitely said they was gonna win 5 on some. I'm just trolling, and then
bro, I really was.
They definitely only won 5 of them joints. So since the All-Star break, which was first game back was the Hawks. So we beat the Hawks. We lost to the Grizzlies, lost to the Heat, lost to the Hawks again, lost to the Bucks, lost to the Sixers, beat the Pistons, beat the Cavaliers, beat the Raptors. We just beat the Cavs. We just got to 5. We just got to 5. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why you can't look at this team and say that you feel good about it. That's why you can't look at this team and say that you feel like they're going to actually get something done. 5 games since the All-Star break you've won. Hey, Chicago guard said that's a fact. Said, Bulls record since Pat predicted 20 and 3, 5 and 11. Hey, don't put this on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put this on me, Ricky Bobby.
Hey, bro, so when would it be a good time for
if it's the curse of me, y'all still pulling up to these live calls, though.
Wouldn't be a good time for me to change my screensaver. I need to know.
Oh, yeah, Ayo DeSumo screensaver? I mean, listen, dog. If you want to keep being a closet Bulls fan, that's up to
Cause
you,
listen,
dog.
I really wasn't thinking about it today, saying it, but like,
If you want to keep being a
y'all
closet
have been
Bulls
losing till you showed that up on the you dig.
hey man, if you want to be a closet
Hey.
Bulls fan, man.
That's where all this. Hey, Garza, bro. Hey, don't blame me. Don't blame me. Don't do that.
listen. We started losing when you started becoming a closet Bulls fan. That's really what it is.
Hey,
If we being honest about
it.
If we being honest about it, all of a sudden you just dropping Io DeSumo dunk. Talking about it was a nice dunk. No,
Hey,
dang well.
nobody told you to put that on the screen though.
Every time you y'all lose a game, yes, let's go Bulls. Here we go. Let's go Bulls. See Red Nation. What'd you say, Ringo? Heat Red Nation. Heat Red. I said Heat Red. No, dang well. That he's getting closer to the closets. Let's look at this Western Conference, man. The Bulls depress me.
Hey, they say they gotta get Lil Mama on the you dig, bro. At least for half.
That might be the key. That might be the key, Lil Mama at these games. He say, Mikey said, I know we got to get wins. We're gonna have to get Lil Mama at these games to drastic times. Call for drastic measures. We need her. Good luck. Hey, they do be balling when she in the room. We might have to figure that out, man. I might have to take the studio set up upstairs and just have her sitting next to me. I ain't gonna lie. They do be balling when they like they don't want to play bad for her. But my eyes are fine. I've only been crying for 20-something years at this team. Let's look at this Western Conference, man. Now, first off, we already know it's Philly, it's Phoenix and the rest of them. But how do you see this Western Conference finishing out? You got Phoenix, Grizzlies, Golden State at 3, Dallas at 4, Nuggets Jazz at 5, Denver at 6, Timberwolves at 7, Clippers at 8, Pelicans are now 9. They're well into the playoff play-in game, and Lakers are at 10. But Lakers with the freaking Spurs right on their heels. Do the Spurs make a play-in game?
I mean, they could. Like DeJounte Murray is hooping triple-double the other night. It's possible. I mean, I just look at it right now. Like one Luka need to be an MVP consideration because at this point it's they keep refuting this man. But I mean, dog, like the way I look at it's just Phoenix and Memphis. Like the Warriors are legit looking just old. Like they legit just old right now. Like I get Steph is out, but these mugs is getting ran out the gym. Early. They still not playing Clay consistently enough. And I don't know. It's just wild. I can't even say Phoenix will be the one to go to the finals. Like that's legitimately how good like Memphis has looked. Like that's legitimately how good Memphis is looked, and it's wild. It's wild. Like those are the two teams it's gonna come down to. Yeah, bro. I legitimately don't know. Like if the Warriors make a run, cool. Because then it'll just be them 3. But I'm not seeing nobody else. Honestly.
Does Bron come back after the ankle injury that he got?
I think he comes back, but it's they said it's gonna take them a couple of games. AD is coming back, but I mean either or you still looking at a first round matchup with Phoenix, and I don't think that I just want to see that matchup. I want to see them get in a matchup with Phoenix just because of what AD said. You only got to the finals because I was hurt in that first round.
Yeah.
So if that's true, we gonna see.
I mean, it's weird too, right? Because it's like, as everything stands right now, if the Lakers get Anthony Davis back and he's hooping, it's a different team, but is he going to be hooping? Is he going to be back? Is he going to be 100% to go? Is he ready? You know what I'm saying? Like it's so weird to look at.
I
It's
don't know.
so weird to look at. Like that Lakers team is just confusing as heck to me. Shay says, I find it funny that you guys are not counting the Brooklyn Nets out. They're almost a play-in team, but you guys are literally counting the Bulls out completely. That's because the standings aren't indicative of how they play.
Have you not been watching the game? Like I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe it's just that blind love for the squad, which I love. But nothing. I told y'all this. The Bulls was gonna be playing close to the play-in or in the play-in by the time everybody got back, because you still had to integrate everybody. And now that we heard, Caruso's rushing himself back. P. Will kind of getting sick. He not getting sick off the bench. I don't know, bro. It's at the end of the day, like I have to think logically, and nothing is telling me tonight that they're even going to beat the Wizards.
Yeah, no, I'm not comparing them to the Bulls. Like this is the thing. I watched the Bulls. Guess what? I watched the Nets with Kyrie absolutely ball out on Muggs. The teams that have beat the Nets with Kyrie are the Memphis Grizzlies that put on a defensive clinic. There's no team on the rest of this schedule that's going to put on that kind of defensive clinic like Memphis did. For Brooklyn, there's no team on Brooklyn's schedule that's going to put on that defensive clinic. You know what teams are on the Bulls schedules? Teams that are going to absolutely shut them down. The Bulls are averaging 107 points over their last 10 games. That's not enough. And they're not playing well defensively consistently enough. Oh, by the way, that piece that we think that's the defensive anchor of this team, yeah, he might not be able to play tonight. He's a game time decision. And you're not dealing with the same Washington Wizards. You've now got a Washington Wizards team with Kristaps Porzingis, who actually has been balling for them Mugs.
I don't know. He be getting jiggy. He had what, 20 and 12 the other night?
When was the trade deadline?
Now he sat out a couple of games though.
Right. So he came back March 6th. In March 6th, since March 6th, here's his stat lines for them. Hold on, let me make sure I'm looking at the right thing here. 25-5, 19-1, 14-14, 25-8, 16-7, 18-11, 27-3, 22-13, 16-9, 30-10, 23-9. You're not playing the same Wizards tonight. You mix that with Kyle Kuzma, who is a game time decision, but I mean, if he goes, Kuz has found his own over there.
Nah, Baki. He been
numbers since him and Porzingis have gotten together. 23-5, 17-6, 23-7, 22-3. Had a couple of clunkers, 11-8, 6-9, and then 18-5 last game out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a heck of a squad with those two together. Now, do I think that they're where they need to be? No, they're still missing Bradley Beal. But that's a heck of a squad with those two together. It's not the same Nets team that has nobody on it. That has nobody that you have to worry about. And by the way, the weakness of this Bulls team is what the Nets do well. You got two dudes down low that can rebound and that can score inside. Guess what the Bulls don't do well? Rebound and score inside. Big shot. This is one of those, like, I don't know, dog.
Nah, okay, so this is the thing. I don't think he cried his way out of Dallas. Dallas, he just didn't fit.
I'm talking about KP.
Yeah, nah, Dallas, he just didn't fit, and you see that now with them making the trade for Spencer Dinwiddie, and Luka's on the floor going absolutely like ridiculous right now. I don't think he fit in Dallas, so I can't really say. And New York, that was just to say, come on now, it was New York. Like, let's be real. Like, let's be real about them two situations at least.
Yeah. I don't have a beef with Kristaps at all and getting out of there. I think we all felt like that was weird. I think we all felt like that was a weird situation where, like, they were trying to force that one together. You know what I'm saying? I listen. He had a legitimate gripe. He had a legitimate gripe. Luka wasn't getting him the ball, and he was playing subpar because he wasn't getting the opportunities to get shots.
Like, he was legitimately just standing there, bro, shooting from 30.
Yeah. That was his whole game essentially at one point. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not tripping on what the him getting traded out of there, or what that's going to be for the Bulls, or for the Wizards, and what that's going to be for the Matt. Like, I feel like, let's be real, that's the most even trade we saw. KP's over in Washington right now hooping, and Spencer Dinwiddie is over in Dallas right now hooping and being a huge part of what they want to do. Ooh, Ringo. I'll throw the I don't know if I'm throwing the breaking news sound around for this. It ain't that big. Former Giant safety Jabril Peppers has reached an agreement on a 1-year deal with the New England Patriots. Peppers tore his ACL last season and is expected to be ready for the start of training camp. How you feel about losing Jabril Peppers, my boy?
I mean, nah, when we lost, I'm cool. I was hype on him coming out of Michigan, but it was just like when they wasn't using him right, bro. Cause he was legitimately supposed to be like, we moved off Landon Collins to get him. So I mean, the fact that he just didn't pan out. I mean, I think he'll do some damage with the Patriots, but
how do you feel about your team saying they're willing to give up their first 2 picks?
Oh no. Now that I'm not mad at. I think they should at least give up one, because the thing, I feel like the thing was we were definitely gonna draft yeah, I don't forgot the linebacker name now, but from Michigan, the dude that tore his Achilles. We was basically we was basically gonna grab him, and he tore his Achilles. So it's like, now, I mean, I still say we should keep him and just finish out the O line. If that's what we really gonna do, because I mean, look, hey, like, the offensive lineman is definitely gonna go like hotcakes. So I feel like we should definitely at least try to get an O lineman. Even though Kayvon Thibodeau is still there, but no, I'm not mad about them. Saying that they gonna try to get rid of the first 2, because I mean, at the end of the day, Mara has actually stood by what he said and said that we didn't give Daniel Jones enough weapons. So we're gonna see.
That's such a weird team to me too, dog. Like, it's like, I don't see a way that they get better without doing it through the draft. But I also don't see a way for them to get better in the draft this year, even with the picks they have. Like, that's such a long-term play. Like, I mean, are you going to be able to finish? Are you going to be able to fix that offensive line through the draft this year? What are they sitting at? They got 4 and 7.
We have, I think we got 4 and 8. 4 and 8, yeah. I think we
You can
got 4
find
and
your
8.
lineman.
which is why I said we can just because we already paid 2 offensive linemen. And then we already paid 2 offensive linemen. We got a lineman in the draft last year and finish out the O line. Then if we was gonna go defense and that didn't work because he tore his Achilles, I'm cool with him. I'm cool with us not getting him, even though he's gonna slide. But it is what it is. But finish out the O line because we already got the weapons. It's either that or try to get another tight end.
No, facts. It's gonna be a fun NFL season, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm really excited for the football season coming up. I'm really excited for everything that's coming this season, just because, like, even with the Bears, dog, I'm excited to see, like, can Justin Fields take a step?
Oh, we got 5 and 7. 5 and 7.
Yeah, I got 5 and 7. Yeah. I'm really excited to see, can Justin Fields take a step? Can this Bears team move in the right direction? How are they going to fight their way into figuring this out? Because, like, the one thing about this team, the two things about this team really is that on the offensive side, they weren't able to move the ball down the field consistently enough to show anything from this team. And on the defensive side, you weren't able to take the ball away at all. Like you weren't able to take, like, and I want to see if there's actually a real difference in this team just based on coaching alone. Like, we know how much having a DC can mean to you. We know how much having somebody, because we saw it with Vic. But I want to know how much on defense alone this could mean to this team. I want to know how much on defense alone this coaching change of Matty E, bringing in his guys that have done it, can mean to this team.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I don't know, the Ryan Bates thing kind of hurt. I'm not gonna lie, because then when you see the Bills sign a 4-year thing, like maybe Poles was on or something, and then it was just like, nah, we can't get rid of dude. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna continue to say it's a tricky situation.
Yeah,
it's a tricky situation because you lost that. Well, you didn't really lose out on Ogba didn't pass his physical. That's on him. But then you turn around, you lose Bates. Dog, I hate to keep saying this, but everything is on Justin and Jenkins, man.
I just want Bears fans to put their anger in the right place. Like, don't be mad at Ryan Poles for not having the funds or the capital to do anything.
No, I'm not upset.
It's so weird to me, dog.
The line game, but it's just like,
it's just weird to me. It's like you watched Ryan Pace literally make bad contract after bad contract after bad contract. You watched him draft guys that didn't pan out. And he's got some hits for sure, but he's got some misses, and the misses are catastrophic to building a future of a team. So if you watch this mug do that for 4 years, don't be tripping on Ryan Poles for trying to fix it in one.
Hey, I mean, because he legit came in and was like, look, if you're injured, I'm not rocking with him. I'm not going to give you this $80 million contract, and you probably worth 10 M's. Like, we're not, and I mean, at the end of the day, it's the right thing to do, because if he got the money on the books, and then, like we've been saying, if Justin comes out and absolutely kills it this coming up season, but they lose, at least I got free agents on the books that'll be like, hey, I'm trying to come play with Justin.
Yeah.
It's chess, not checkers, bro. It's chess, not checkers. I mean, it's much to do about nothing.
Kid says he got a lot of hits to be clowning. Oh, there's plenty of misses to clown as well. There's plenty of biggest miss is Matt Nagy. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of misses to clown as well. There's plenty for me. And here's the thing, right? It's not just the misses. Like, people miss all the time. It's the catastrophic misses that you leveraged quite a bit to get. It's the huge misses that you leveraged quite a bit and you missed on. You gave up quite a bit of draft capital for a miss. You gave up quite a bit of funding for a miss. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that hurts you. You got guys that are getting paid on the books this year and next year that you have to try and figure out if they can play football. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the part to me that I'm looking at as I'm going to take my time with Ryan Poles, knowing that he's in a situation right now where there's legitimately a hole that he has to fix. And guess what? If we're being honest, in one offseason, he fixed it.
Oh, no,
not even on the player side. What is it supposed to be? 120 something million next year?
Yeah. No, not 100. It's supposed to be 140.
140 mil?
141.
Hey, that's a lot of freaking money to work with that nobody thought you were going to have off of your books.
Hey, what if that money just come in like, hey, what's that scene on lottery ticket? And he get paid, he just come in with the back. I want this whole wall right here. I want this whole wall right here. Us has 10s. Oh, by the way.
And this is the thing, right? Even if to Kid's point, he says that he doesn't believe that championships are built through the draft anymore, which I would agree with there. But even if you feel like championships are bought, you got the money to go buy one. You got the money to go get those guys.
Hey, and look, freaking Rams did it. Bengals almost did it.
Not really. They didn't buy it.
Who didn't buy it?
The Bengals bought their championship?
Bro, they went out and signed the they signed the tackle. Signed two edge rushers and then signed the safety.
Yeah, but their tackle was terrible. And they signed Ogunjobi.
And then they still him too.
Hey, who didn't play in the playoffs?
But they still made it to the Super Bowl. So you got
they did make it. Listen, they did make it, but I'm saying, like, the pieces they had that they paid for, like, they drafted that. Like, that's still Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think that we look at the last couple of years where teams made big splashes in the quarterback market, and we view that as, oh, well, they got it. They traded all of this away and got it right. Von Miller on the Rams was overkill. That was guaranteeing that we win the Super Bowl. That was like I still think the Rams could have won the Super Bowl without Von Miller on that team because they had gotten the quarterback that could get them there. The Buccaneers are in the same spot if they don't get the quarterback that gets them there. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, to me, like, you really added. You're talking about adding one piece to a team that was already built, and a team that was built mostly through the draft. The Rams' biggest pieces were all drafted.
True.
Robert Woods, freaking Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald. Those are all the names that we said all season. Or, well, not Robert Woods because he was hurt, but those are names that we've said are their biggest names. And guess what? On the flip side of that, you added the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Going out and buying a piece, that's different. I don't think you can buy your whole team. But to say, I say all that to say, if you feel like that's the way, 150-something million next year. Buy whoever you want. That's a tough statement.
Yeah. Yeah.
We buying people again, though?
It's coming back.
Oh, God.
What are you talking about? We're buying people now?
I seen a
Oh,
TikTok, dog. It said things that. Never mind. We ain't gonna go down that path. Never mind. We're not gonna go down that path, my boy. What Baki say? Hold on, let me click on that. Hey, yeah, kid, tough statement. We're gonna leave that one alone. Baki says, so next offseason, the Bears got plenty money. If Poles is still penny pinching with major cap space, then people can have issue. That's a fact. Listen, if you come into next season penny pinching, now I got some questions.
Hey, don't end up like the Cubs. Hey, we got $300 million in
biblical losses.
We've got $300 million
biblical
cap
losses.
space. You get into the winter meetings. Hey, we're not trying to get no free agents. Just bypass us.
So this is the thing. I've got an idea for a show during baseball season. I'm not doing it every week. I might do it once a week. We'll see. I'm not doing it every game. I might do it once a week. But I want to do like a long form podcast, but do it while we're watching one of the games, one of the baseball games, because that's the only way to like watch baseball and be entertaining. Not for me, but like that's the best time to have a podcast. Like if you think about it, like a baseball game on, I can ask you a full-on question and then say the 2-2.
True.
And you can give a full answer, and by the time you're done giving your answer, I could be like,
payoff pitch.
The 3-2.
Payoff pitch.
The payoff pitch. Strike 3. Here we go. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking about doing something like that, man. I'm thinking about doing something like that. I don't know if that's gonna go down yet, but it's gonna be. That was one of them I thought about, like just adding that in, maybe even doing it on the Patreon or something like that, or over on the on my Pat the Designer page. But that mess just had me cracking up, man. Just thinking about like, man, you really could do a full-on podcast during a baseball game and nobody would have a problem with it because they wouldn't miss nothing from the game. You know what that made me think of it? I was listening to the radio yesterday and them mugs was like, yeah, the 2-2. He adjusts his gloves, looks up at the pitcher. Pitcher looks to the first baseman, looks back to plate.
Hey, that's when we had that whole conversation.
And here's the pitch. I was like,
oh. I remember that. We had a full-on conversation about the 7th inning stretch before that man threw that pitch.
Yes, bro. Yeah, it's wild, dog. It's wild. It was what did he say? Jay Chris said, man, I swear I think people age quicker during baseball games. Fam, it was wild to me just listening to it. I was like, somebody say something. Like say something. Somebody say something. There was nothing said there, man. Hey, that's something that might be in the works. We'll see about that. I don't know about that. I don't know if I can get anybody on board with that. Who's gonna come through? That's the question. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another live show, man. Appreciate y'all for always tuning in and showing love. As always, man, hit that like button. Subscribe to the page because we do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. As always, man, it's your boy Pat the Designer, joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Ringo J. Hey, yo, y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace. We'll be back for the live call tonight.